Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and hello again everybody. Alrighty guys, today I am sharing with you some of my Marseille decks, almost like I should say my go-to Marseille decks, and I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison. I'm thinking this would be just an easy listen, easy watch kind of video where I'm literally bringing out some of my toys out here and sharing with you my thoughts on them. So let me first say that this is in no way intended to be too serious, okay? So we'll share some thoughts, we'll look at cards together, some card meanings, and we maybe even laugh, and maybe I'll put you to sleep. How is that? So I have three Marseilles, okay? One is one that you guys are used to seeing me use. That's the Universal Tarot of Marseille by Los Carabio. And then I have another one here which you guys have seen me use as well. So this is the Universal, which is the Spanish Tarot. And it's a beautiful deck. I had a little bit of a hard time working with it first, but really starting to love it. Another, straightforward go-to. And then recently, even though I've had it for, a little while, recently, I'm looking at Ben Dove's at the CBD, Tarot de Marseille, just because it's such a, shall we say, plain representation. Not plain in any way as in boring, but it's such a standard, if you will, okay, representation of what a Tarot of Marseille, what Converse style would look like. So this one is coming now, truly in the process of really breaking it in, okay? So over the time I've learned a little bit, a few tricks here and there to break the decks in, but really it takes the use, guys. The absolute breaking in exercise is really you using the cards, getting a feel for them, and even some of the impressions that you form. So as I chat here, why don't I begin by, perhaps we'll begin with Ben Dove's, okay? We'll begin with that one. Let's try to, why am I shuffling first of all? Let's try to get our majors, okay? Some of our majors, and let's try to do a little comparison. So whatever 5 majors, or whatever 6 or 7 majors come up, let's do that a la randomly choosing, okay? So, and I know guys, this may not be focused. It will focus very shortly, believe me. So I should actually go like that and say that we have the Judgment here. Oh, look it, and the Chariot and the Justice. Interesting, okay? And again, why are we shuffling MR1? Here we are. Okay, and the Star. All right, can we fit more cards? I have a feeling we can. Yeah, okay, so we'll have 2 more. So we'll have 7 majors of each one. Okay. There is something about my comprehension right now that is just making me wonder, why can't I just go like that, huh? Oh, beauty. Okay, and the Sun, and that'll be a nice comparison actually. And the Hermit. Okay. So impressions, guys, impressions on the CBD Convert Ben Dove. Just to be clear what I mean by CBD, it is the CBD Tarot de Marseille. You never know how people take, acronyms these days, and there's so many of them. So here we go. So let's put Ben Dove here. We have 7 majors. We have the Magician, Judgment, the Chariot, Justice, the Star, and the Sun, and okay, the Hermit. Let's see now, alrighty, what the Universal, okay, Universal Tarot Marseille. Let's see what the folks from Los Carabio did. And again, Marwan reminds himself and reminds others, there's no need to shuffle, Marwan. We're not reading. Here's our Magician. Beauty. Okay, good. And then there's Judgment. You guys will start to see now a little bit of the differences, the nuances and what subtleties between facial expressions, etc. Okay, and what else? And here's our Sun, the Hermit. Notice how you can see already the warmer tones here. Notice how with the white here, with the CBD Marseille, it's just plain white, right? So I don't see much warmth in the scenery or in the background, but over here we get that. Okay, let's see what else. Get you guys all, and here's our chariot. And you guys are probably noticing now, that deck, the Universal, is a little wider than Bendove's, than the CBD Tarot de Marseille. Me, personally, I used to be a person who would use, first I would use, pocket sizes. And then I figured, you know what, let's just try the standard size. And now I'm super, super comfortable using the standard size, to a point where I've stopped using the pocket size. So we're looking for the star, just so you know what I'm doing. Yeah, but anyway, as you can see, differences, some warmer, if you will, concepts here makes the image a little bit more deeper in terms of perhaps the thought. Over here I'm looking at potentially some clouds, some background. Here it's the pure, shall we say, the pure concept. So now we're still looking for the star. Hopefully I didn't pass it. No, here we go. Okay, goody. So picture starts to look even more and more colorful as we add the Universal Tarot of Marseille, which is a beauty. Initially I had mixed feelings, to be honest with you, on the coloring of the background on the majors, and I thought, you know what, this is Marseille, that's the way it's supposed to be. But then I'm like, well, it is still, there's just a few variations, but now I have a very different scene, if you will, especially with, when I say scene, especially with the majors. Okay, so here is the Universal. Now let's pull the same out of the Spanish Tarot, which again is a beauty. Now you're going to see a little difference in size. So this guy is actually smaller than the CBD, and of course smaller than the Universal. So let's see here. Do we have strength? No. Here we go. Come on, measures. But you guys are going to see, you know what, quite a difference in the color tones. And here's the sun. Okay. The Lovers, here's our Magician, and now you get to see also Spanish, as in really they gave them, okay, Spanish complexions in a way. We don't have the Lovers, so let's keep going. The Chariot, and here goes the Chariot. The Moon, okay, no. The World, not. The Hermit. And here we are. I like how, okay, so it's not just skin tones that they did, although everything here looks like it's just been made overly reddish, if you will, very deeper. But it also goes around the outfits, the colors of the outfits. It's such a deeper, it's just very interesting. You begin to compare, okay, facial expressions on the Magician. You begin to compare the potential, if there is even eye contact, right? And so this one is truly a concept for me. What are they doing? Well, they have this eye contact there, they have this gaze somewhere. This one as well, a different eye contact, if you will, a different feel that I may get from this image. One may be, you know what, in a deep thought, in a deep focus. One may be in a concerned kind of look, if you will. Another one could be more showing offish, if you will. So you can get so many different impressions. Okay, let's get the rest of them. Here's Judgment. Quite an interesting concept, on the Judgment card here. So yeah, typically those two are almost, you know what, well, not almost, I guess almost is an okay word, but they're almost very close. This one is, there's different characters here, and of course, as we look more, some of the differences you guys will notice is the bordering of the cards. Like, look at the black line here. It's not symmetrical, it's not even, it's on purpose. Okay, let's get the rest of them. Justice and the Star. Justice and the Star, and here goes the Star. And you can just see that, like, the difference in color tones even on their skins. This got a little warmer, this getting a little hot here. Okay, Justice. They're beautiful. They're just the blue tones, the greens. Okay, have we passed justice already, guys? Okay, well, Marwan has done it before. Okay, I'm determined though. I'm going to find it. So let me just see. Lovers, ace, no, not the temperance, not this. Yeah, now, while I continue to search for search for justice here, let me again comment and maybe draw your attention to, you know what, just a few differences in terms of eyes. So I don't know if it was about the CBD or if it was about a different deck, but there is a comment that the eyes are all the same in a way. And even in some decks, some people will say they almost appear like they're almost cross-eyed in some situations. But look at those eyes here, and they're a little different in the universal, okay? Yet here I feel like this, you know what, angel at judgment here may as well be the same, you know what, as the knight here with the chariot. The same facial expression here, or almost the same shape of eyebrows, eyes, etc. around the judgment, the justice as well. You could almost feel like they're the same, they're just dressed a little differently. Okay, I swear this is coming out. This justice card will come out. So that's one thing. Yep. And of course I know this is, you know, taking a little bit time, but really all I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just sharing with you. I'm spending time. I wanted to come and look at the cards. It helps, you know what, every now and then it really helps to try and lay them out, of course, especially when you can actually find them, compare them. Okay, we are looking for the justice card here. Here we go. Goody. Wow, what a different shade altogether. What a different shade altogether. And it makes me wonder really why they chose here the really, really reddish, very, very deeper reds on the, you know, at skin tones as well. Makes it quite interesting. But as you guys can see, no line is the same, if you will, down here. Over here also the cups. So that's one of the beautiful, beautiful features. The cups. They're not the same, huh? It's not this is the same cup and we made a copy and then they're all perfectly symmetrical. You don't get that. They're all unique. Each one, each line is going to point and wave in a different way or direction, if you will. Alrighty, so those are three Marseilles. Those are three Marseilles that I feel like are essential to me. Now, reading with Bendoves, that's going to happen soon with the CBD. I just need to break the deck in a little bit more. But I thought I would share this with you guys. I thought I would just bring about those three. For those of you who want to read Marseille, for those of you who are, you know what, considering dabbling in Marseille, let's just do one thing here for fun. Let's go over some cards here and say, take a look at the Five of Cups. Okay, and what did I want to do? Take a look at the Ten of Swords. This is all from the CBD, right? And let's, for fun, put some comparison here between the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords as well. And I'm just trying to pull cards that typically, with the Rider Waite Smith deck, would give people a little bit of, you know what, a suggested emotion. Okay, a suggested emotion, a way to feel. Okay, so the Five of Coins, definitely, I'm not pulling the additional swords here, but the Five of Coins is one. The Five of Cups is one. I believe that it is a lot easier for you as a reader, okay, to take the number 5 and maybe work a little bit of the numerology, but also, or just simply work the meaning, okay, the keyword to the number itself. versus looking at a scene where you have, two people. One of them may be elderly, one of them may be, crippled of sort, and they're outside. It's a cold scene. It's such an ugly cold scene where people are being left outside, where people are being left behind out in the cold. The idea is needy, really. People who are in need. The idea is that of, you could be, left out. You could be lacking. All of that to me is unnecessary. As a reader, I find that if you're going to use a deck to divinate for you, okay, if you're going to use the deck to have it, tell the story for you, sure, you need scenery like that, because now you are letting the cards lead the story, okay, and your intention is clear, divination, versus if you're going to be creatively thinking. And again, the divination part, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that everybody is a psychic nowadays. Everybody is working with cards for the most part, okay, for the most part, most people, on a Rider Waite Smith concept. And the Rider Waite Smith concept is one concept of tarot. It was only in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, what was it, 1909 or something like that, when that deck came about, okay? So prior to that, the Five of Cups would not suggest to you that 3 must have spilled and only 2 are available. It was just a concept of 5. It is the change that is happening, and you get to, infuse that concept of change into the reading, into the card spread that actually has, a question maybe trying to be answered, or a question being broken down. I just wanted to share this on those two. As you guys know, the sword suit in the Rider Waite Smith deck is, in my humble view, again, is not fun, okay? Is not fun. And as I say that, some people, I've heard feedback from others, even from fellow readers, who would say, well, you can go around it still. You can still go around the 10 of Swords. Well, I don't know how and why I should go around the 10 of Swords with the scene of, all the swords in a body and someone is dead. When I want to talk about rationality, when I want to talk about the perfect plan, if you will, why do I need this scene? So from then onwards grew my interest in, okay, let's dabble a bit in Marseille. Okay, let's give Marseille a shot. And you know what, you start to look up people, and then Petici shows up. And of course, I had already bought one Marseille deck, but really he got me to, okay, try that. And then I got to the whole concept of, 1 through 10. It's a process. It's a process. So I'm showing you the 7 of Swords here, where nobody is getting away, okay? Nobody is getting away with 5 swords and leaving 2 swords behind. Am I being critical of Pixie's work? No. She had an impression. She had a, a viewpoint, speaking with Arthur Edward Waite at a particular time point, okay? So this is not the critique. In fact, she did beautiful based on the instruction that she got from Arthur Edward Waite. But somehow we also tend to neglect that this was not just pure artistic, instruction, or pure creative kind of collaboration. This was based on a society. This was based on an occult society called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. All right, so there is more to the Rider Waite Smith story than a lot of people know, or even want to consider to know. So folks, take the 10 of Swords and Rider Waite Smith, and it dictates that we have to be sad. We have to have, some bad finality to something. You have to, it makes you want to utter the word death. It makes you want to feel like someone is going to get hurt. Why? I don't know. But anyway, but why? Well, I have a hunch. I have an idea. That's because you want to use the deck divinatory in a divination manner and really, really be super, super predictive. So back in the early hundreds. Okay, no, not 1900s, back in 1910 or 1909, whenever that deck was issued. Okay, maybe it's even 1907. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It really could have been a very, very different tarot reading using Marseille. I mean, I just wonder, philosophically speaking, okay, up until the Rider Waite Smith deck came, how did people take the Ten of Swords? How did people use the Eight of Swords? What was being said back then? I wish I could go back in time and be, a fly on the wall at a psychic's room and just see how they were using Marseille. Okay, see how they were using Marseille, see the elements of, divination, to how they were incorporated, in what way were they influenced by the major arcanas, in what way were, the scenery even around the Marseille pip cards influential in their thought process. It'd be interesting, but I would tend to believe that probably not that much, because if you look at the historic Italians, you're going to find them more and more decorative, okay? Yet, not in a way, again, that is such a distraction from the Marseille style cards. So both will have, some scenery around the pip cards, right? Especially when you're looking at wands and you're looking at coins, and you're looking at... Actually, I should go get one in a little bit. But when you're looking at coins and you're looking at cups, there's that idea there that you have a very, very rich scene, if you will. And then, of course, Italian artists, like De La Rocca and Mitelli and a bunch of others that I know because I own the decks from, are just amazing. It's just, the artwork is amazing. It was not, in my humble view, I think, as strictly the, major arcanas must be seen that way. The Three of Swords must be seen this way. The, Nine of Swords must be meaning you're up and you can't sleep. There was none of that. I don't think so. Where, Pixie may have picked some of her inspiration is likely from the Solabusca tarot, which is a more ancient, and it's more leaning historic Italian. And from there, if you guys look it up, from there you could see some of the influences, okay, that she's had. So the idea that somebody in the Ten of Wands, that someone is carrying so much of a load, it isn't Pixies, guys. She picked that up from the Solabusca, okay, influenced by that deck. So this was not Pixie, okay. So here's the wand suit, in a way, maybe explained. But I don't know why they had to go and take the sword suit and make that doom and gloom, really. I guess the practice at the time dictated that you have to have those elements of life, shall we say, depicted so that you can divinate, if you will. So here's a sip of tea just so I can keep going. But really, let's take a look at those two. Obviously, they've been out here, but this is where, most people may not be, okay, enjoying Marseille so much. This is the part that gets most people. If you look at the swords and you look at the wands, yep, they may appear a little close. They do appear close. The swords on a typical Marseille will have the curved ends, okay, and both ends will look like their handles. Alrighty, so the 4 may give you the impression that it's an 8. If you, 2, 2, 2, 2. But anyway, the wands, guys, the batons, the wands, they're always going to be straight. So, the curvature at the end here with the handle is quite clear. I did not have to struggle much, really. Once I made up my mind that I'm going to try and read Marseille, it became very clear. I need to make that distinction. That's a straight stick, that's a sword, okay? Any curvature here, it was clear it's a sword. And then I don't need to tell you that you can see clearly, what a difference in the cups, obviously, and the coins. But boy, what a relief it was to start looking at the Three of Swords and say, oh my God, we can actually talk here. We can think creatively. We can consider a thought rationally without inserting that emotion of heartbreak. okay, without inserting that. It's almost as if, you know what, Rider Waite Smith, to me, the way some people read, it's almost as if it's a game of snakes and ladders. And boy, you better be, okay, lucky throughout, because if you get a snake, if you get one of those cards where people really take you down, you know what, a certain spiral, maybe downwards for the most part, you're done. You're done. And then comes the part that philosophically now will you know what, become the situation or the condition for me where I get upset, because people like to sometimes some people, some psychics like to believe that they do hold the truth. Okay, some of them really like to believe so much in their you know what, channeling abilities, and some take themselves too serious, to a point where a deck like that could actually be, in the wrong day, more harmful to someone you're trying to help. So, okay, this is where I differ a little bit. I mean, can you guys read with a Rider Waite Smith and really look at the Three of Swords and just move along? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I just go back and I say, why not open it up even more? Okay, and we are doing good on time here. Guys, this was kind of my thought tonight. I wanted to just have a chat with you. I may put a little bit of music in the background and see if we can make this another kind of relaxed video, or sound with music. What else, though? I wanted to show you something else. What else can Marwan show you? Let's see here. Let's pull 3 cards just for fun now, and just say, make that a very timeless note to whoever is watching or listening. Let's say, you know what, 3 cards from each one of the decks, okay? 3 cards. Okay, so this is from the Universal. Alrighty, and we have a past based on a Queen of Coins, and we have a present based on a 7 of Coins, and a future based on a Knight of Wands. Queen of Coins. Established thoughts, grounded ideas in the past allow you now to have confidence in the future. You are able to take action based on studied methods, based on grounded ideas, based on, you know what, validation of thoughts, and also a look for the long term. So this is one, you can look at it and also say, you know what, something to let go of. If we want to now, you know, bring this upside down, something to let go of. And then I see the Queen of Coins. Well, get out more, okay? All right, she's established, she's kind, she's nurturing, she's all of that, but she's also in her, you know what, royal, what do we call it, castle, okay? She's in the court. Doesn't get out much. So mingling and mixing could be something here. Kind and everything, but really the communication part may not be there a lot. And why? Well, because she's in her comfort zone in a way. So I can look at the Queen and say, get out of your comfort zone. And then I can look at the 7 now and say, okay, what to embrace? More confidence, material confidence, not fiery confidence. When we are bragging about something, we want to be certain that it has a, you know what, a true background, a true foundation. If we are looking at things, they need to have a physical, shall we say, outcome to them. Investments, thoughts, projects, ideas. So there's the element of embrace the, shall we say, tangible, if you will. And then we can say a best path forward is, again, action on ideas. Act on, you know what, the getting out more. Embrace the tangible results and act on them. Advance. Be upbeat. We could look here also with the same 3 cards. So, but really, let's do 3 different ones, okay? Alrighty, so this will be this. Now let's get 3 from the CBD. Bendoves. Let's see what 3 we get. And like I say, this is in no particular question without any particular order. I'm just trying to have some fun here with the Fool and the Page of Coins, and then the World. And we can say again, the element of adventure in the past, the ability to actually follow your dreams, puts you now on a more grounded path. You've done this in the past. You know how it's done haphazardly, if it has to be haphazardly. And now that puts you on actually a different level of understanding, where you are now following your dreams presently in a very methodical way. You seek guidance where you need to. In the future, this will be, a skill set you can use. Is very, very rounded. The future note for you is continue on that path, a wholesome path of development and growth, or following your ambition, or following your dream, or taking a chance. But it's as if I want to say, lessons learned from having moved a little bit too quickly from the past put you now in the present in a very, very wise situation. That situation, that kind of energy, allows you to capture way more than you had done before. If we were to say, strength, weakness, opportunity, well, a strength here may be the ability to actually gather up your courage, your ambition, to follow it, to actually want to pursue it. Maybe a weakness would be sometimes when we do not pursue, when we seek, what's the word? Validation after validation, or if we study too much and not act. So an opportunity presents when we are wholesome in the way that we act. We are slowly gathering our facts around whatever situation, whatever decision we are trying to make, but at the same time, we are active. We're not complacent. We are able to scratch the surface and actually get to the facts ourselves. So this is this. Why don't we do now 3 with the Spanish here and see what we get. And I hope you guys are all doing great. Hopefully from starting tomorrow, we get back to doing either our love readings for mid-December, or the 2022 money month by month. 3 here. And now we have, presently, we have the Page of Cups. Actually past, we had a Page of Cups. Present, we have the High Priestess. And future note, we have the, 5 of Cups. So, can we say that in the past we had acted again with the page, following our passion, but we needed, more wisdom, if you will. We have acted, and then in the present again, it's more like a, not a lesson learned, but a bit of a lesson learned, really. Follow your passion, but make sure you do have either support around you, or you have the full picture. Follow your passion, but be intuitive. So this is kind of the situation now, which allows us, in the future, to actually change our viewpoints the way we should. I'm not stuck on any question here, but really, we can also say a strength, is the ability to initiate new ideas that inspire you. A weakness may be sometimes not getting this validation from, shall we say, elderlies or more experienced people around this kind of idea. Now, who knows what that idea is? And an opportunity comes with a change of thought, with the 5 of Cups here. Alrighty, guys, I can tell my battery and the cards are definitely, my battery is running a bit low, personal battery, not the computer, and the cards are so beautiful. I am a little bit feeling like we can call it a reading or call it a night. And hopefully I've entertained you one way or another. Hopefully I sparked, some interest in you maybe potentially using Tarot of Marseille. It's a beautiful, beautiful format of a tarot deck, and so many beautiful variants to them. That's another something too, is that you're going to be able to see so many different variants. But I just wanted to come out, chat, throw some cards, and see who is listening. And I hope you guys liked it. And of course, as always, you guys should know we do love you madly. And bye for now, guys.